So welcome to Word on the Street. Sean created that, by the way. He wanted me to let everyone know.
Word on the street.
Yeah, Word on the Street. I don't mind it. It's got a nice ring to it.
Yeah, it's great.
So little play on words. But we've got 4 questions like we have for everyone today, and we'll get through them in a minute. But you've got a really unique story.
I do.
And the audience that we're trying to talk to and hopefully trying to build over the course of the next 6 to 12 months are other agents, right? I want them to get a sense of how we operate here. You're a really important individual in terms of our strategy at day one, which was taking people from other industries, bringing them to real estate and helping them work through the challenges of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you've had ups and downs and lefts and rights. And
it's a roller coaster.
It's a roller coaster. Yeah. and you've ridden the roller coaster better than most. And now, ironically, whether you realise it or not, you're helping other people understand how to navigate the roller coaster, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Most people in another field, I hate hanging out with you at theatre and stuff because it's like the Amanda show, and I get left behind. But
who's the high D personality now?
Yeah, well, exactly. And the red carpet rolls out and there's a selfie and off she goes and everyone wants to take a photo with you. But why is that? Because most people, not everyone in the real estate world, would know how famous you were in another life.
Yes. It's a bit depressing, really, isn't it, as a statement?
No, exactly. And I actually had at the top of my page here, performer, now agent.
Yes.
She's no longer introducing herself as the performer.
Yeah, exactly. So my background since I was 18 years old has been on the professional musical theatre stage.
Yeah.
And so I've been in lots of different shows over the years. My claim to fame is that I was the original Green Witch in Wicked. I played Elphaba, so everyone should.
Movie yet? Have you watched the movie? I'm sure you probably have.
Very exciting.
Yeah, you knew every line.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's my background. So yeah, performing arts, singing, acting, a little bit of dancing.
Yeah, scripting, and that. Yeah, for me, do you want to go back to when this all started?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Tell everyone what happened, because I was actually reliving it yesterday in preparation for this.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh, yeah, it was COVID.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So things were a little hairy because both my husband and I were in performing arts. So him backstage, me on stage. The whole industry just shut down overnight. No more work, no more opportunities, nothing. So we were in a bit of a pickle. So I just thought, well, what's the next thing that I kind of like? And I've always liked following property.
Yep.
And I got hold of a friend of mine, Josh Horner, who also was a performer, but he's now a very successful agent in kind of central New South Wales.
Yeah, if you don't know him, follow him.
Yes, very fun. Very fun videos.
I don't think our corporate team would embrace some of his mushroom ideas and gnomes and whatever else and dancing performance. Maybe we could try that.
He's so cool. Yeah. But he introduced me to Tanya, of course, Tanya Nevin-Jones, who is our director down at Chelsea. So and then Tanya introduced me to you.
Yeah.
And I came in for an interview.
Yeah.
Not really knowing what to expect or just hoping for the best, really, and trying to be as natural and normal as possible.
Yeah. And then my memory goes back to when we were coaching you over Zooms. Do you remember?
Yeah. I sat in my garage. Like I didn't even have a private space in my house to do the work. So I'd go out to the garage.
We'd do script training and then we'd let you loose on the database, remember?
Yeah.
And then you'd check in with me and go, I've done this, I've spoken to this, I've grown this. And,
it was pretty much data collection from the get-go. I did about 6 months worth of calls and collecting data and now I've got one of the biggest databases in the group. So it's kind of
not just the biggest, but the cleanest and the most efficient. And Mark Coolboy's I think you're number one fan, which is always nice. I think you've got a secret crush, but that's okay. So let's get into the questions. And credit to you. I was trying to think your timeline too. Is it 4 years?
I think it'll be 5 in September.
Stop it.
Yeah.
5 years.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still here.
Yeah.
And really looking forward to. The obvious question is, do you feel like you are a real estate agent now?
I do. There's less and less times where I sit in my car going, maybe I should go back to singing.
Yes.
So,
there's voiceovers sound really good right now.
Yeah. Those times are becoming less and less. The roller coaster is not as violent, and I'm starting to actually feel an inner confidence, I guess.
Yeah, totally.
But it has taken quite a long time. To do that.
Yeah, and we can see that on you. And credit to you that is resonating through the group now. You're now a leader you're no longer the new kid on the block. In case you didn't know, right? There's lots of new kids.
Yes, it's good.
And so they're now
That
looking
helps.
to you.
That
Yeah,
does help.
absolutely. So we've talked about it a little bit, but I'm going to ask it again in a more direct way. Share with us the experience of your first few weeks in the role,
Mhm.
and what was some of the most challenging things for you?
I think, well, let's start from when we came back into the office, because that,
Yeah.
making
Yeah.
calls in my garage is super boring.
Yeah.
But
That's
when,
a challenge in itself.
yeah,
Oh my gosh.
when we got back to being in an office and working as a group, and I think the biggest challenge for me was just because it was so new and so different to anything that I've ever done before. It was that the steep learning curve was just intense.
Yeah.
And I think, I started as a debit credit agent as well, so I wasn't. I was kind of working with you and under you and your guidance, but at the same time, I understood that there was a lot of work to be done, and I had to, create opportunities for myself, and so there was always that expectation to kind of get going, just do it. I just remember the sales meetings in the early days, just feeling so overwhelmed.
Really?
By all
Is there
that
something I said?
No, it was just the information overload, and I think I still get that feeling after a Monday. It's just like, oh my gosh, there's so much to do. There's so much to think about. There's some, like, how do I keep it all in check? And in those early days, that was almost overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yes, for me.
Yeah. And now look at you. Now how's it feel?
Yes, it's a little bit more easily
More
managed.
overwhelming. Slow down. You're telling me to slow down.
It's a little bit easily more easily managed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. And so the next question is, how do you manage the balance between learning the ropes and getting results for your clients?
Yeah.
You're a mum.
Yep.
You got 2 kids.
I do have 2
teenagers.
kids, and
Yeah.
they're teenagers, so
Yeah,
they
that's
have
easy.
been a challenge
Yes.
over the last 5, almost 4 or 5 years. Is finding that balance, and I think I've just had to prioritize my hours. So
You're very efficient with your time.
I'm not working much past 6 o'clock in the evening
Yep.
most nights. Like it's something that I just want to get everything done in the day. I'll have an open in the evening, and then I'll go home.
Yeah.
I don't make appointments at night. I don't think I've maybe done that once or twice. you know,
The calendar
It's-
management's
yeah.
a skill in itself. Yeah.
it's just trying to keep that that balance of being able to be home and be a part of the family dynamic, as well as getting everything done, because you just have to make sure that you're getting everything done.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's talk about that, because I think I talk about you a lot to the cadets and the people coming through about just noise.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm pretty noisy.
Yeah, correct. And for me, I try and speak to a lot of guys. If I don't hear you a lot,
Yeah.
what's really happening?
Nothing.
Yeah, well, potentially.
Yeah.
This might be like, some scrolling of realestate.com or whatever goes on. But
Yeah.
you are the noisiest person in the office,
Right.
in a good way.
Yes,
You're not
thank you.
annoying everyone. You lock yourself away and off you go. And whether you realize it or not, that's rubbing off on other people, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Explain that to me. Like,
I think it's part of my just get up and do it. Like I think being an actress or a performer, you have to do what you have to do, and you have to do it with consistency. So I'm in musicals, it was 8 shows a week. You just go and you do the same thing every day. I mean, fabulous. People are applauding you every fantastic. No one's applauding
funny
me
that
for
we're
making
doing
my
that.
calls.
I had to ask everyone yesterday at last night's auction, you can clap me now. It was finished. And I said, you can clap now, everyone. And everyone, I thought it was a backhanded compliment, but that's okay.
But I just think that 25 years of repetition and being so kind of dedicated to that kind of
It's innate in
systematic.
you. It's innate.
Yeah.
Because I taught you the basics.
Yeah.
But then you've come and taken it further than I ever did, which is I just see you at any moment, you don't like downtime.
Yeah, I don't even eat lunch out.
Yeah, neither do I.
Just eat
What's lunch?
Lunch at my desk and just keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah. And I think that's how I've been. I have the Mark Callboy system now, and I know I want to make 30 calls a day, and most of those are to A's and B's, and then, making up the rest of it with, database that I may not have touched base with over 6 months.
Yeah.
But yeah, and every time I'm not kind of doing campaign management or, appointments, I'm just making calls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not rocket science, is it? You hear it, everyone saying, just pick up the phone.
Yeah.
What does your approach to client communication look like? And how do you ensure you're staying in touch with those leads effectively?
Yeah, okay. So I really appreciate the systems that have been in place in this business from day one. It used to be Rita, And now it's Mark Callboy and Box and Dice, which is different to the database that we had previously. I really love tasks. Tasks are fantastic.
Set you free.
I have the worst memory. I'm perimenopausal. Just cannot remember one thing.
That's right.
Can't remember one thing
I do know
from
that.
one
I
minute
asked
to
her
the
a question.
next.
I said, how did that plumber go yesterday?
I don't know. I can't remember. Let me look at my notes. So the database is super important to me, and the tasks. I use it as a to-do list. So in the morning, that call sheet of 30 calls is my to-do list. So I don't miss anyone. I always task a call back after an appointment. So I'm just making sure that everybody has a touch point. The great thing about Mark Callboy is that he makes you have tasks on your A's and B's, so they never drop away. They never. So I'll get someone.
And if there is a leakage, then it's identified pretty quickly, and you jump on it. Right?
It keeps me on track. So and I think the shift in mindset when you do find an opportunity on the phone is to make sure that is documented. Like even if they say, we might be thinking of a downsize move in the next 18 months, great. Make them a vendor B and know that they'll be selling in the next 2 years, so that they definitely get a call every 6 months until they're actually doing something. So I just feel like there's that connection to making the connection with the person and knowing what they're doing, but then not letting them slip away into the database.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you have innate tone in your delivery. And I just want to uncover that a bit more with you, like in terms of learning the language and the approach and how important that is. How have you found you've developed that over time?
Do you mean what I'm saying or the way I'm saying it, or my voice? Voiceover voice.
Voiceover voice. What was the one that you did? What was the voiceover you did with, was it
Sexyland?
No, it was the Sexyland. Oh, God. Yeah. You want to do that one? Let's relive that one. No, it was the Pure Blonde one. It was the Pure Blonde one.
Oh, yeah, Pure Blonde.
The vampire.
Yeah.
On the radio. I was like,
lots of different voices and accents.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's do your real estate voice.
Okay,
How have you developed that? Like, is that just a skill?
I guess, I mean, it's a part of the way that I've been able to utilize my voice.
Yeah.
It's a really important skill to be able to use that tool in your body. It's a muscle, like it's anything. You can develop it over time. I've had that skill of being a voiceover artist for 15 years as well. So it's about having a melody and a tone that makes you sound more natural, I guess, more alive and energetic. I think that's
start auction trading.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm excited for you, because I don't plan on calling auctions forever. And I'm really looking forward to, I think there's about 4 or 5 of you entering the Jealous Craig auction program this year. And I'll be in the background like a really excited dad cheering you all on. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how that evolves. And let's check in again maybe at the end of that together to see how that part of you. But you pulled me aside in December and said, BK, I want my brand. I want to develop it. I think auctions will set me free. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes for you. All right, last question.
Okay.
And then you can get on with the day. Get back on those Mark Callboy call sheets. This is a good one for you, because I reckon we've worked through this a lot together.
Sure.
But staying motivated and focused during those days when business feels slow or uncertain, or you've been punched, or
I think it is such a hard business. Like there's absolutely nothing easy about what we do. And that's for all sorts of reasons. Just the day in, day outness of it can get repetitive. And also the knocks, like when you really feel like you've done a good job and you come out of a living room thinking, I think I've got that one. And then they'll give it to the other guys and you think, gosh, what was it that I did, and how can I get better, or what is it about me that they didn't like?
Are you finding you're spending more energy now figuring that out as opposed to dwelling on the emotional elements?
Yes. I think that I've always been okay with the rejection. I never hold on to it too long, and I think that's part of my training as a performer as well, because that was what it was about. You didn't get everything. You're standing in front of people and showing them your heart and soul, and you don't get it. So but I think there is something a little bit more personal about being in someone's house and living room and showing them who you are and showing them what you do, and then them choosing someone else. So it does feel slightly more personal, and that's why it can be, you can feel that.
I think it's not to let it hurt. Let it hurt and then learn from it, like you said, and move on.
But it is, it's about not holding on to that terribly long and trying to learn something from it. Maybe just dissecting it for a half an hour instead of a
Yeah.
whole day.
Yeah, come into my office 4 times.
Yeah.
Why did I lose that? What happened? What did I do? I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Just go to get the next one.
Yeah.
And off you go. So thank you so much. Hopefully the audience get a lot out of where you've come from and what you've done. For me, as I share at our board level, you, amongst a number of people in this business, are a reflection of it working.
Yeah.
The strategy's working. So thank you so much. There was a time there where even I think I had a little bit of doubt, like, could we actually grow people from the ground up? And everyone starts somewhere new, don't they?
Yeah.
And what I'm really looking forward to is you actually helping me grow someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I
Right.
keep resisting that.
No, you don't. But I'm going to talk to Scott, and I want Scott to retire. I want him to do more triathlons, and I want his wife to work less but make more money.
Right.
That
That'd
would
be
be
good.
nice. Okay.
Sounds good.
Perfect. So we're going to work on that
All right.
in 2025. And then by the time we get to 2026, you're going to say thank you for helping me have someone else that makes me leverage my time. And because you are ready to teach someone, in case you didn't know, you're actually an amazing teacher.
Yeah.
I've
I've never enjoyed teaching though.
neither have
I've tried to teach people singing as well, but I'm
Yeah.
like, I find it very, very difficult to kind of impart something that's natural.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's probably my next level of growth is just
absolutely.
trying to
We'll throw
figure out what
options
that
in
is.
there. We'll throw in
Yeah.
teaching someone.
Yeah.
We'll throw in a bit more growth in market share, and off you go. But thank you so much
Thanks.
for contributing, and we're looking forward to seeing how the rest of the year shapes up for you.
Excellent.
Beautiful. Thank you.